Guro Choi for Fighting Systems. So, this is, I guess those of you who watched the previous videos prior to this, the month of October for me this year of 2023 just has been revelations and a month of generosity, and just shows to literally at my most difficult times show me how much I am well loved and supported by my friends and families, my whānau. So to all of you, thank you so much. Alright, so this was a gift from one of our brothers. Shout out to Cheerforce PJ Extraordinaire, Chris Perkins. Chris, thank you so much, brother. Again, him just joining us for that practice this week was phenomenal by itself, and for me that was gift alone. But him gifting all of us one of these, that just goes to show what kind of person he is, and he is just generous and kind and wonderful. Alright, so he didn't tell me much about this when he gifted us this, but this is, by my knowledge and understanding so far, and what I know, is only person that I've seen that had this available was Tuhon Carl Atienza of Atienza Kali, and it's the Atienza Kali Trapo. Shout out to Tuhon Carl. How's it going, sir? I'm a big fan of Tuhon Carl's work. As y'all know, I've had many bolos by Tuhon Carl, and they were just phenomenal. That's all I gotta say, because they were just absolutely perfect in every way possible. And Chris had Tuhon Carl's Atienza bolo and knife that was custom made for him, and it's just that actually belongs to one of our Comtech brothers because he wanted one of my tomahawks instead. So that's, everybody's got their own thing, so that's totally kosher on that side. But this right here is Atienza Kali Trapo, and I absolutely love this. The beauty of this is, one, it is a non-lethal option that you can, less lethal option that pretty much can be put to use very fast and very easily. Now I have those of you on my Facebook know that I have a program that's now at work. Now it's available, which is the Panu. The Panu program is devised in a very similar fashion, but using the bandana, aka kerchief, that we call in Comtech. Shout out to Uncle Jim. Highly recommend those of you who are interested to checking out Uncle Jim's Comtech Fighting Bandana series on instructional course program. But the program that I had in mind was carrying basically your master lock, putting that through when you need it, and then simply looping the ends. And what you got yourself is a non-permissive environment. What I would generally, when I was growing up, that would have been more classified towards the use of Fundo. Fundo is generally Japanese word for weight, and basically you put that right here, hide it when you need it. One shot with that would pretty much fuck someone over big time. And that was the program that I had in mind. Now I'm gonna have to revise that program because Chris giving me this. Could you imagine if I'm gonna see if I can do this. So this is the first time that I'm combining that together, okay? So imagine this. And in a situation where let's say I'm being confronted by, I'm gonna make this easy today. So 2 individuals, okay? The first target I could whack right here, and second target eats it immediately shortly after with this, but it's concealed by the kerchief bandana that he doesn't see what hits him. So it'll be right here. I'm like boom, boom. First guy eats it, second guy eats it, and at the same time, they're pretty much right. If they didn't drop already, I could finish them off right here using this, and it is a game ender, perfect for mass attacks and pretty much dealing with multiple adversaries if you want an option that isn't a blade. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I was coming out with the Panu program for my practice. First of all, it is a combination of Uncle Jim's Fighting Bandana from Comtech and something from my childhood, which is the classical Koryu, and using Fundo as the main driving instrument. And since it'd be illegal to carry something like that, my thought on that matter was carrying a heavy weight such as a master lock, which is, it's like remember, this is just a conceptual. I'm not, when I'm saying this, I always say this is a conceptual, meaning I'm not telling people to do this. So make sure I'm just giving the thoughts out there, since the idea is already out, and I'm just giving you guys why that came to be. It's the same concept to my uncle's retired USMC. So back in the chorus, my uncle used to joke around. Yeah, so I won't go too much into details of how that came to be, but my uncle, when we lived in Federal Way, he would have me and my cousin carry around certain things in our backpacks, and one was a soap and the military issue woolly sock. You know where this is going. Reason why he did that was because he knew that his son and his nephew are not old enough to be carrying an actual weapon around. But the neighborhood itself, especially back then in that region of Federal Way near Dash Point, was a shit fest. So because of that, he didn't want us to be walking around naked, pretty much, when it comes to armament. So that was our armament itself. Although I was pretty comfortable with this, but then again, those of you who are on my Facebook, y'all know that I got my first stabbing, meaning getting stabbed in the middle of a fist fight, was actually in Federal Way in that era. So because of that, my uncle was correct, and something that he taught us was a very simple technique, using that as a delivery system. But moving forward on, I pretty much didn't go into that route. But now, when it's coming to the current PC era, where everything is pretty much illegal, you need to be smart in what you're carrying. You also need to understand that you can't just simply carry around a gun and a knife, because some places it's just not permitted anymore. Although, obviously someone should be reading up their Second Amendment. Seriously. But on that front, this is where some tools such as that and such as this can come to be. Now, for Trapo, this is going to be a little bit difficult, and I won't go into that particular subject on that side when it comes to its legality. I'll leave that up to those of you who practice this art, because I'm sure the Atienza Kali tribe will be more than able to explain to you guys the legality on this better than I can. So, but for me, it was that weight, because separately, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing illegal about it. Obviously, if it's in a dire circumstances, meaning you have to MacGyver up in the middle of an active shooter situation or active stabbing situation, that will save your life. Now, main reason why I went for that lock and the bandana was it's legal when it's separated, meaning I'm just using this to blow my nose and stuff. But at the same time, if you put that together, you got a tool, defensive measure that could seriously save your life if you need to. And if you've been trained, you could take on as many people as you need to in order to get to safety. Generally in Comtech, the teachings of Kerchief, as Uncle Jim teaches us, is used as it's your leverage. You're leveraging someone who's stronger than you, and if they're coming with a fist, you could use that to deflect, strike back. You could use that to trap their arm and go into small joint manipulations if you know how to. If you know how to do C-lot, if you go into nice little choking. And at the same time, what we love Kerchief for is we can use that for counter knife disarms, in many different areas. So there's that side of Kerchief, and one of the things that Uncle Jim have kindly taught me through the last 2 decades plus was how to use this for solo trading. Meaning, not just use this for this kind of thing, but this for individual training when, especially when I'm traveling, you see me with a kerchief. And what I do in my hotel room, because I can't be swinging around the blade unless I'm willing to risk some damage fees. So instead I just grab this. This, guys, it's forgiving. If you whip yourself with it, it's not going to kill you, let alone gonna leave a mark. So with this, what I would do is generally for hours, I just practice my latigo. And you could do this for hours. And what you'll notice is you start to develop muscles in areas that's very difficult to do with just weights or any other weapons training. So I love doing this, and this is what I love using. But for MPE, non-permissive environment application, the weight, the fundo, is what I generally use this for. And that's where that came about. But with this from Chris, thanks again, brother. I mean, I will seriously, I mean, the girls are already stoked. So I promised them we'll incorporate this into our Panu program. But man, it's just, you're literally gonna have me rewrite the damn program now. Thank you. But this is just phenomenal. For those of you who are interested or wanting to get yourself one of these, I highly recommend Tuhon Carl Atienza and his tribe. AtienzaKali.com, I believe, is where you need to go, and you see it under Trapo. Purchase one, contact Tuhon Carl directly. These are just awesome, amazing, absolutely love it. Legality, talk to Tuhon Carl when you're contacting. Shout out to Tuhon Carl and Silak Diane. Wonderful folks. Every time when I ordered blades from them, they just were phenomenal. So highly recommend them and converse with them on this, because I'm nowhere near knowledgeable on this thing, as y'all know. But love this. Thanks again, brother. Chris, we will put this to good use. So there you go. But that's how the Panu program is. And just for me, a lot of people asking, like, you know, I saw the trailer for like Tuhon Carl's Trapo, so I think that's a perfect program, to be honest. So if I remember correctly, I think he puts it in like this. He puts that, I think the third piece comes here. Yep. And this thing just falls under, and it is just perfect for that. Oh yeah, that's right, I have to open it up. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Sorry guys, I'm gonna try this live on camera for the first time to see if I can actually make. Oh wow. So from here, okay. Perfect, love this thing. So the first shot will be to the guy here. Boom, second guy right here. Oh Jesus. Or just simply lift it up. So as you know, when you're dealing with multiple, you just strike one, whack, whack, whack. And if there's another guy that's stupid enough to come and get, whack him, redondo. If you like playing with nunchucks, kind of very similar. Yeah, this thing is vicious. And my God. Oh, Chris, I'm gonna have to rewrite the Panu program now. Thank you. So I guess that pretty much wraps up my day.